on is it cooking? Let's go to YouTube and find out. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. All right, that's working. Cool. Mute this site. It's already muted, so let's get our video tags in. And I forgot to grab my glove. I need my glove. I forgot a glove. That's all set up. Let me turn some music on, and then, yeah, we'll get going. Well, once I get my glove. Collector, this is Manipulous Scanned. It is one of the character leaders for my Adeptus Mechanicus army, which are all right here off camera. This has been a few week endeavor, having never painted anything before. But I think it's coming along nicely for something I've never done before in my life. At least not at a higher than grade school level. I got my base coat on of green here to match the rest of the army. Oh god, the orcs. Yeah, no. My only issue with these is that AdMech is so point light that I actually need a rather gigantic army to get through. So I'm gonna have to paint a lot. But it has been fun stream fodder. It's nice to pick up a new little skill. I am enjoying it, at least. Plus, I just turn on some jazzy Donkey Kong and we're good. I just have this issue with hyper-focus on little bits and details that I'm trying to get over, but then I see a spot that's still my base primer and I go, that needs painted. I need something on there. Can't just be gray. Dear Lord. Yeah, just my combat patrol alone was 10, 15, 18, 19 with Manipulous. Then I have my second character, Tech Priest Engine Seer, and the Chicken Walker, and my 3 Cataphront Destroyers have not been put together yet. So that alone gets me to 500 points. So I need to either double my army or get a lot of bigger pieces. Like Basilius Crawl. Everybody's like, you gotta have him. You have to have him in your army. He's like 260 points by himself. Though he is incredibly good. So I get it. My plan further, though, is to technical all the bases in Valhalla and Blizzard. And a buddy of mine picked up Necrons. And he's going to let me have spare heads and pieces. And I'm just going to bury them in my snow. Because it just seems cool. And when I visit home, my buddies are playing Eldari and Tau. So at least I get a few pieces there. Yeesh. Yeah, I've only just started this last month. Yeah. I've been wanting to get into war games for years. But the price point and the hobby point and having nobody to play with kind of pushed me away forever. Like, I have some War Machine and Horde stuff from a decade ago that's still relatively half put together. I just kind of gave up on it. But now, somehow, they all got into it. I blame Total Warhammer 40K when they showed that at the Game Awards. He was like, wow, this looks awesome. I was like, yeah, I told you that 6 months ago. That's when I started reading rules, because of Space Marine 2 came out, and then it's just snowballed from there. I just want to be done. So that way I can go buy new models and paint those. But, you know, you gotta get through your pile of shame first, as they call it. That'll probably be dry yet. I think I'm gonna gild the head of the staff, maybe put a little fist in red on there to make it look like he's been cracking people with it. I think I'm good on Rune Fang. That's a rating that goes back there. So let's get into, where is it? Some Balthazar. I'm trying not to find myself in the hobby store weekly, because I have an official Warhammer store 10 minutes down the street, and then a buddy of mine works at one half an hour the other way that is so much bigger. They have so much more selection on everything. And they have so much table space, it's insane. I think it's an old police station that they converted into a shop, which in itself is awesome. Like, the week after January's mini came out, which of course was AdMech, was when I started collecting stuff. And then I saw this month's was Tyranid, and I just didn't care. Plus, I kind of forgot that Saturday was, well, Saturday. Saturday's the one night of the week I have to close at my job, so I tend not to wake up early enough to go get a mini. I am working on my battle honors, though. I was able to get the pin. Got my free pin. I like free stuff. I'm trying to get it all the way up so I can get the carrying case because, well, again, free stuff. Alright. Little Balthazar gold in here. So I know AdMech are supposed to be red, but I like green, and then because of that I decided that a Dr. Doom aesthetic was the absolute way to go with the green and gold. I don't know, like, every time I see a picture of the free mini, it's, you know, it's pre-set up and pre-good, but I'm sure. But if it's an hour away, that's not even worth it unless it's like something cool and specific for your army. That's how I missed out on the servitor. I just wish my Skitari had a little extra body parts so I could kit bash a little bit more. All I have are spare heads and guns. Though I do have a good idea for a kit bashed gun, so that's something. Interesting. I mean, I guess that makes sense to prevent scalpers. But, like, at the same time, just make more minis, man. You're a multi-million-dollar company. The one I really like that I saw for AdMech is somebody took the Sidonian Skitaros, which is the stilt leg sniper, and took 4 infantry and stacked them up on top of each other's shoulders. Gave the top one a sniper. Like, that's absolutely beautiful. I love it. Da-da-da. Rounds up that opposite. I know that it's a shaded gold, but man, does Balthazar just look like copper or bronze. And after all this is done, I have to go back and shade everything. So far, the only things I've shaded were the cloaks of the Vanguard. But I guess technically, no, that was a layer, so it still did. Okay. I only have two shades and one contrast, so. I'm gonna do so much at the moment. I wish I had better lighting, just so you guys can see. Okay. I don't know enough about painting, like, at all, to have an idea of what I'm doing with shades and contrasts and layers and bases. I just have, like, that minimum, like, they tried to teach me, they tried to explain it to me at the store, but I am a very hands-on learner. I can't just be told. For the most part, I have to do an experiment on my own to figure it out. I think I'm doing a good enough job at the moment. Sure, things look a little iffy from time to time, but that's part of the process, I guess. Maybe because Manipulus is so old, and, like, obviously he's close to the Omnisci with how much he's been replaced. I wonder if I can get some, like, that moldy green look, so I can kind of make his copper pieces like they're starting to oxidize, like the Statue of Liberty, to make that look really neat. Then he has just enough flesh parts hanging out. I'm getting close to his little diabetic foot that I'm wondering what color they use for it. Oh. Yeah, the second hobby store I started going to has a lot of different variety of paint, including speed paints, but that's neat. Okay, keep that in mind. I don't want to just be 100% loyal to Citadel and Games Workshop for my artistic ability. Man, he's got a lot of shit hanging off his feet. My partner used acrylics to paint two Furball statues, and one of them has already been stripped because they didn't like how it turned out at the end. But they look nice. I don't know how to work with that kind of paint. I hardly have an actual idea of to thin these ones. I'm using an attempted wet palette, so maybe it's working. It's hard to tell because, like, Like, for example, I did the wings of my flyers here, which, there you go. Let's do the zoom in. Zoom. Hope this works. People say it looks okay, but I think it looks messy a bit. Oops. Like, obviously the black lines got a little away from me, but like, you can see massive brush strokes in there. It doesn't feel smooth at all. It kind of has a, like that iffy feel to it. But I don't know, from a distance it's alright. And now he's got his magnetized to the wires in my webcam. This is the problem. Oh god, there's wires everywhere. Oh, it's nice. Where'd that box go? The Stormcast starter set? A friend of mine owns a retro gaming store, nothing to do with Warhammer, and he had that box for some reason. And I told him I was getting into the hobby. He's like, here, I got something for you, and handed it to me. And that was the first bit of painting I did. They're sitting up on top of my shelf behind me. Because I decided to move them off the table because they're just taking up a little bit of space. Alright, I think I got all the ones around his feet and ankles. We're gonna go inside of the bundle of wires directly underneath this big old booty. Oh, jeez. Alright. Oh, like the actual starter two-player box set. Gotcha. Yeah, this was just, here's 3 minis, you don't need glue to put them together, and here's 6 paints and a starter brush, which I'm still using. This is the first one I bought, because after painting 15 guys, the starter brush started to give out. My current issue is I don't know what color to make his desiccated flesh. Because he still has arms, like a human arm here, and his foot. In the book, it suggests a couple colors, but I don't see the one that looks like that shade of blue. Like, it's very... I don't know what shade that is. Oh, he's got a fucking ring on? Oh, man. That's gonna be annoying to paint. Why did I not see the ring? Oh, because it is very tiny. He also has a little floppy disk. Like, a little 8-inch floppy. Just hanging. I thought that was a neat detail for little tech guys. I think my issue with the wet painter is... yeah, he's got a little save icon hanging from his pants. Nobody knows what that icon is anymore. It's a wonder. Honestly surprised why they haven't changed that in modern times. We keep changing the look of recycle bin, but we won't change the save icon. This is some appropriately AdMech-y angry soundtrack. The horrors of Zebus. The horrors of Mars. Is Sable a brand or is it a type of brush? I don't know. I know knives. I don't know shit about it. I'm getting more comfortable with painting on that topic. It's just, I will hyperfixate on it until it's done. I don't want to come back halfway through something. Like, yes, the flyers stopped before I did the webbing of their wings, and then again to do the black lines. But, like, I don't want to stop while I'm doing the baseline colors, the greens, the browns, the silvers, and the gold. Which I think may put a detriment because I also don't listen to my body when it says it hurts. Also, as I sit here and look at it, maybe I should put a little opacity behind here because, like, that's kind of hard to read when I'm wearing a white shirt. Bronze out his right hand, but not his left. His left hand is still human. Very gently get down in there. Shoulder pads too, that's an important part of the bronzing process. That's supposed to be green right there too, I missed that. No, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. See Sable's type of brush. Huh. Let me find out. Hey, honey, what kind of material are your brushes? Are they Sable or are they synthetic? Okay. Okay, yeah, fair. I don't know, everybody keeps telling me to get Sable brushes. I'm like, got a big pile of brushes right here. I don't know. Anything else need bronzed? I'm gonna silver the top of the staff, gold the head of it, and brown this. Might make these wires and cables black and red. That needs to be green. I like this because as I'm going through and bronzing and silvering and all that stuff, I find bits and pieces of cloak that I missed. I'll just go back and quickly touch that up. Neck fat in there. Okay. Yeah, these are. Here. Let me grab. We got brushes. Artist loft necessities. Yeah, these are Artist Loft brand. Majority of them. I don't trust myself in cleaning them properly, therefore I haven't used them. Even though it would save me a bunch of money. That's pen. Put those back. Actually, no, that would just fit up. Let's see. Okay, everybody's just there. Synthetic. Cool. Got it. Oh, I wonder bronze's tum-tum too. Okay. Well, no. Because then that... I got you. Opinion time. So... There's chest plate here. Video capture its properties. Configure video. Camera control. Stop autofocusing for half a minute. Okay, so not as bad at this. This part of his tongue plate is Rune Fang silver to go with the ones that are up on top. Do I make the bottom one here bronze as well? Because I was going to bronze it like the shoulder pads, but because I've already bronzed this hand, would that look off or does it really matter? Or do I make it gold, but I plan to make the phalanges at least gold tipped? Now you can go back to autofocus. Oh, that was annoying. I like the idea of having the gold tummy, because then it reminds me of King K. Rool. Then he's got bits and pieces in there. Okay, so keep all the plates silver. Okay, yeah. And then I can do this attachment here, and the arms themselves in Balthazar, and then use Retributor on the hands, like the clamps. Plus, the rune fang's just shiny, and it's really good looking. Oh crap, there's another bit of green there. A little more Calvin. Just a piece of sleeve here. When I was testing my Stormcast and like learning how to paint completely, my buddy said just to keep do the entire thing in Retributor and then just leave it there to make it look like that was the wrong color. To make it just look like a little tarnished Colossus of Rune style robot. Which, yeah, no, that's awesome. But also, learning, I gotta learn. So, they were completely painted. What I'm gonna do is neck frill, because there's a chunk of metal that goes between his helmet and his hump. That'll probably be gold. Alright, so let's get back to rune. We're going to go rune fucking try? Nope, that would do. That's a nice wash. The shade will give the difference between the two armor plates. This guy's going ham on the saxophone. Thank you, Sidious. You're my own companion. You want to see the whole kit and caboodle, Sid? Also, give me a second to pick my neck up. His tum-tum has been rune-fanged. Alright. So, currently we're working on Manipulous Scant. About an hour ago, he was completely gray. Currently getting green, bronze, silver, golded. Well, gold's next. But he's got a lot of little bits and pieces. Then we had flyers from last week. Hey, it's fun. I'm enjoying it. In a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a meditative kind of way. We had the Taraxes. Then before that, we did the Sulphur Hounds and their riders. Which I really enjoyed doing those guys. That was really fun. And then the boys. This in a better way. capture device, properties, configure video. The boys. But yeah, the only thing I haven't done with anybody, save for specifically him, and where is the other one? I believe it's this one, is paint weapons. Because I'm not sure what I want to do with them yet. Like, this one's got some because of the silver barrel with the gold sights. But then, like, him and this one have this taser prod, and I gave it the black and red for, like, you know, positive, negative, zap, zap charge. Thank you. Like I said, I was going for that Dr. Doom aesthetic with the green and the gold. And everybody has the silver helmet to be like the mask. There are little bits and pieces of brush strokes out of place. But hey, what can you do? I had one brush for about halfway until I got to the Taraxes. Don't make me cry. I need to go through and like pick out weapon colors as well. I was kind of surprised that a lot of the AdMech don't have purity seals. No, you're right, but it's just something for me. Like the coil guns that have them, because they do a lot of electricity, I'm going to use AdMech, which is that nice. Sucks. It's a nice bright teal blue contrast. But that'll be like the coils. But yeah, like a lot of them don't have purity seals, and instead of making them like the red stamp with the pure white, I still did the white, but I made them into little blue ribbons. Like they got the blue stamp on it because they're best in show. They won first prize at the farm at the fair. Right, let's get all the Skitari out of here. Like I said, after Manipulus, it's probably going to be Engine Seer, who I just think is an absolute badass of a unit. Like, you think AdMech, they are weird little tech bros that go around scavenging up bits and pieces, replacing their flesh with steel. They want to stay far away and pew pew shoot. And then here comes this asshole with his big ass axe and his extra arms. Like, no, I'm going to cut you down, and you're going to stay down. He just seems like an absolute menace. Once we get Engine Seer done, we'll be going into Chicken Walker, which I'm going to probably make into a Sidonian Dragoon. So this one over here that has the lance instead of the twin guns, because I like the lance. I think it's really cool. And then the Cataphren Battle Servitors, which is one of the items that made me even get into AdMech because I like the idea of the body horror. I think I'm going to go with Destroyers at first, but I will be magnetizing the weapons up pretty good so I can just kind of swap whichever I need. But the tanks with the torso attached to the top is... God, that's cool. Unzoom. Kill that. Like I said, I've practiced magnetizing a little bit. It was working so well that I got cocky. Alright, well that magnet came right off. So I'm gonna have to fix that later. I need to get glue that's not just plastic glue. I found some super glue right next to me, honestly, but it is so old and dry that it doesn't, it's nothing. But try this one last time with the plastic glue. Like I said, it was working fine for the last couple days, and then it just decided to not. Where did his other weapon go? Oh no, there it is. Then I also have the Magna Lance. I don't want to buy and paint two of them, but I want the option to switch. Because, damn it, it's my army. What was I gonna bronze? That's right. Bronze out some of these tummy arms. Shade them to get into the little pits there. Make it gold like the key from Adventure. I don't want to make this disc red. So we can get through the red doors on Mars. So that was one of my early tear points. Was do I want to make them Doctor Doom or do I want to make them Doom? Still a very similar color scheme. Green. But little slaying demons. Rip and tear and all that. I don't know what color to make the chemical potion that he's working on. Maybe I'll make it blue because I got the Aethermatic, which is a really nice shade. Let's see if that there. Bronze, because I think it'd be a good contrast on the Ring Fang. So Battle Honors, you have to go to the official Games Workshop store. And when you're starting the hobby out. That's what I was using the wrong brush. And it's this book that's just like your step-by-step how to get into the hobby. But as you do different things, they give you stuff. So if you collect, and it can all be roll one thing into the other. So what was collect? Make a wish list, pick a faction, choose a character unit, which can be anybody. Make a unit of 3 or more, make a unit of 5 or more, get a vehicle. And then add, what did you add? What did you add more? What can you think about? Why did you pick your guy? Then you get your pins, and then build all of those things. If you build all the stuff, they give you a little box that gives you to hold your bits and pieces for kit bashing. Then paint your way. Same thing. Paint all those different models, learn different techniques, this and that. And then they give you a case for your brushes, so on and so forth.
No brushes included.
No brushes included, which really threw me off at first. Then you play a couple of games, they give you a set of dice. Read through some of the lore, you get a little battle map. But if you do everything, they give you a carrying case and a certificate of finishing battle honors, which, alright, I don't care so much about that. I want the carrying case for free. Because, like I said, anything I can get for free, I'm down for. But I got some stamps. It's nice. It's cool. I gotta do a few more for build, which is literally building my chicken walker, painting my chicken walker, and then actually playing a game and reading through some old lore. Okay, you're hiding behind me so you can't see anything. Okay.
What's his name?
Manipulous Scammed.
Looks good.
The magnet came off his gun again.
No.
I'm too strong. So we're gonna have to go get non-hobby glue, like actual super glue, because
Metal.
yeah, I've been showing them pictures of it. When I first went in, I took my 3 Stormcast Eternals to be like, hey, look, I actually painted them, because I had 3 little guys like, hey, look, I did. But only one guy works at this store near me, so just having him trust me to be like, hey, look, I did the thing. Alright, so that's all my bronzes. Let's get into some Retributor. Running out of room on my palette here. Okay, some happy little golden nuggets. Just make it a little happy. Make you feel better. So definitely want to make this cool. What'd you do? Oh, it's the soothing jazz that's helping them out. That's a dog that loves jazz. Look at him. Nephew.
I'm so tempted. I can say so many terrible.
Yeah, because Torn Paladin doesn't exist yet, does it? You're doing just Burning Crusade, right? Or is it full classic? Yeah, Torn Warrior works. But also, technically, no, that is not his name. Usually it's Valrog. V-A-L-R-O-G.
Question.
Answer.
When you work on Thursday?
That's a good question, big man.
So I was thinking about it exactly.
Wow. Thursday. I work 10 to 4. Yeah.
Can I see the rest of your schedule?
The only day I close is Saturday. Yeah. Everything else, I'm home by 6. Wow, usually you love that.
I do. Like, just for planning purposes.
Yeah.
Because you're weird, and I am accommodating you.
Of course I'm weird, but I also have soundproof headphones.
Fair, I guess.
I'll just get upset if somebody makes a mess in my kitchen.
That would be me.
And I'll still get upset about it. Speaking of cleaning up, could you go change the laundry? I was just go change the laundry, but hey,
I can do both.
thank you, sweetie.
You're welcome.
Chef life combined with poly life. It is a confusing fucking when I leave. Love it.
Gotta put my ears on. Something is stuck in my hair.
I was seeing some techniques online with mixing technical red, blood for the blood god, with blue, and then taking a toothpick and like making little strands of gold. And I kind of want to do that with some of the clamps, like this one here. Of course, also I want to do something like that with the forks of the taser, but instead of red, using blue for electricity. I think it'd be fucking cool. Like, grossly overestimating my ability because I've never done any of this. But hey, I'm here. Let's get weird. Let's get wacky. Like I bought a pot of Mephisto only to paint 2 lines on 2 guys. So now I gotta find places I can use it to do stupid shit. You know what? Making fake door? That's stupid shit. All that said, I am very protective of my kitchen. Technically, it's her kitchen. This is her house. But comes up with Jesus in his face details. Fucking strands on his forehead. Earpiece, pipes leading from that. Camera on the side of his head, gold. Oh, it's not a camera, it's a fucking gun. He just got a gun attached to his head. Manipulous, bro. You getting cooler by the minute as I'm getting into here and baiting you. First the floppy disk, now this. We are in the corridors of time. I just kind of put on a list of retro remixes so that I can just have music play while nobody's in here, so I just kind of chill. Because you know me, if I don't have people to talk to, I don't talk to myself, especially if I'm concentrating really hard on something tascular. That's not a word, but I'm making it a word now. Like this. Fucking tascular is a good word. Use that never. Okay. It's been so long since I've actually played Chrono Trigger. I've seen it played recently because they played at AGDQ last month, but because of the idea of that being fast, maybe I get to listen to it. Oh yeah, no, I hear a lot of songs every now and then that I'm just like, wait a minute, I know that. Next time, paint around the skull before painting the skull. I love how thick you are.
Okay. Say stuff like that.
I feel it's implied most times.
I almost missed it.
I
I
know.
don't get it from you. You gotta say it, man. You can come. You wanna come?
I don't know why my retributor seems super thin. Like it paints, it comes out with a I don't think I'm thinning it super much. Like, I'm not thinning it any more than I'm thinning anything else. And it just seems really loose. Let's do the top left. How do we constant bronze? This is hand bronze. Same dilemma as his top. Let's get some more ring fang before we try doing that with some old dry ring fang. So I see a one here. Get on. This is just a little bit, not going to bother thinning. A little on the edge. A little bit. Pop, pop, pop. Take the bits and pieces. I was gonna do something because this is the arm that Lisa was gone about, like making some of the bits and pieces different colors to denote like charging plasma or stuff like that. But man, I can't be asked to do that right now.
I don't think he was staring at it because he wanted to come in. And now he's standing there because he wants to come in.
Yeah, he's a silly little guy.
What's that?
Kind of, sort of. What?
Excuse me.
Kind of, sort of.
Curious because of it. But you like be shocked. Patiente.
Ah! He's a big kind of hero guy, so he gets more gold. Den's goals. That's what I was gonna go. Right, this fat fucking thing. Now get in there real deeper. Subject. I saw it, but I didn't get a good look at it. So yeah, give me a second. Plus, I'm seeing some more some cloak that I did green up. Get bash in. Trying to carve his foot from the helmet. It's weird that you didn't have any extra bases though. Like I had an extra oval base. Hell yeah, brother. Just have him not have a right leg. Like, um, he flies around because he's so paraplegic. Like, I got one extra base, and it's one of those nice oval-sized ones for the Sulphur Hounds. I don't know why that's the one that came, like that, but hey, I'm not gonna complain. Again, I gotta figure out what color to make his actual flesh, and now this monitor that he has. If I was absolutely super detail oriented, I'd put like a little scene on that monitor, like him just playing solitaire or something. I wonder how big that is. Maybe I'll get it as like a press on. Like, print out a little piece of a little scrap of paper that I can glue to his monitor, just to play fucking solitaire. Would it be a good Space Marine idea to make an entire chapter that is the purple and black checker pattern from Valve games of missing textures? Just like, hey, we don't have an actual color it's missing. It didn't load in. Yeah, no, I forgot about the Harlequins. Yeah. I mean, there is a lot of chapters that have they're two-tone colored, but it's quadrants, like upper right, lower left are the same color, and then in reverse. Again, as far as I go for Space Marines, I either want to do Salamanders, which are just a nice green color. Again, I like green. Or um, make them like Metroid with the orange. I think that'd be really fucking cool. And have all your grunts be the various suit, or the basic suit, and then all the different upgrades can be your champions and heroes. Okay. The AdMech is now sitting in a nice golden case. Let's gild this up a little bit. Can you guys hear her singing in the next room? I can see it pop every now and then. Okay, good. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, this old school house, man. It has got good walls. This might be the tightest fucking painting fit I've ever done, but we're gonna do it. He's got kind of like an Immortan Joe thing going on with his face. So, um, the nose bridge and then down along the cheekbones, I just gilded up on his face. I think it's gonna look really cool when that dries. Again, gold is reserved for like decorative pieces, and I think that's a good one. I'll do something for the eyes inside there. Okay, I think I'm good on gold. I just want to do something. Let's a little bit of dryad bark on the TV. Make it a. They're all big on tech, but he has a wood panel TV. A wood panel monitor that I'm going to make him play solitaire on. Yeah, just little fucking goobers. Okay. I do want to do dryad bark on the staff handle. I think that's going to be a real good color for that. We got a nice light scrag brown we can work onto that too. This is also the same shade, or the same color we used for the fleshy parts of the sulfur hounds, because I didn't quite know what to go with for those at the time. But a nice dark chestnutty brown really goes nice on something that's like a horse/mastiff kind of guy. A little bit there underneath his hand. I know this damn song. Why do I know this? Feels like the level select for something. Oh, thanks, nerd. Welcome to the meat hall. Oh, it's Simian Segway. It's the level select for Mario or Donkey Kong. Okay, I think that's everything that's going to be brown. Literally, it was just the staff handle. Let's get a little Abaddon Black. Still got some right here from earlier when I was doing the Taraxes. CD radio cord coming out of there. Look at everyone now. We got tile burning on us. What you would do, over? We got a great big convoy across the Miriam of Man. Yes, we got a great big convoy. Stay the fuck out of our way. Convoy. Okay, so let's try this now. So in the picture for him, they put a liquid in. Okay, I see what they did. Gotcha. This fucking Cantor is super thick. Don't need a lot of it. Just... Try not to get paint blue on anything that's not supposed to be blue. I did. How's the line buckets? Nice and blue. So, I don't want to put green liquid since he's already a green guy. It doesn't make sense. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. So now we're going to try something I haven't used yet. Little AdMech blue. Maybe the Corax is a little too dark. Yeah, the Corax is too dark. I can't even see any of this showing up on anything. Oh well, it was an experiment. Something to try. As for that, I'm gonna go over this with that. Let's go over it with white first. Stop. Calm down, Monkey. It's fine there. Let's focus on it. Come on, focus. Okay. This fucking shade of light I'm using. Oop. Yeah, just a little bit there. It's the AdMech I'm now a little concerned about, because, you know what? No, that's kind of coming through the well. Let me do this with the bright light here for a second, so I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. A little bit more. Just a tiny fraction of a bit on the rest of the second half of this AdMech. Just like that. Okay, maybe that'll work. Okay. All that's left on him, I guess, are super fine details. Now I'll do what we made with AdMech on a few more things. Want to see them. I think that'll fit nicely the way I want to there. Can't really tell because I'm dumb. Did I do their eyes in AdMech too? I think I did. So let's do this. Let's try this. This here. Let's try something different here. Next. Toothpick was too big. Oh yeah, toothpick was really too big. Okay, that kind of has the effect I want. Was I gonna do something else on him, Red? Oh yeah, the floppy disk. Gotta get the floppy disk. Made that nice tip. Look, you never know what you're gonna find hidden at the bottom of a small pile of rubble. He found an intact floppy. Okay, what do we do about his flesh? Should we use Slanesh Gray? That chocolatey purple milk. Chocolatey milk looking purple for his desiccating flesh. I think that might be a good idea. I used to have, just as a kid, wouldn't be the first time. Not paint, but me eating weird shit on stream. I made $35 years ago for slurping some beef drippings off a pan because it looked like blood, but it was already all cooked and everything. Oh, I love it. We had an 8-quart of something in the fridge, in the freezer. It'd been there for months. I thought one of the guys had made iced tea and put it in there and forgot about it, because that's happened before. And yesterday it was me and him. I was like, hey, by the way, is this tea? And he's like, I have no idea what that is. So we pulled it out and started defrosting it, trying to see if it was tea. And as it defrosts, he's like, I don't think this is tea. And I went, all right, hold on. And I took a little tasting spoon and tasted the mystery goo and immediately spit it out because it was like frozen beef drippings. It just tasted like pure salt and beef, which I'm amazed it froze because of how salty it was. Like, ugh. Yeah, we finally got rid of that. Salt beef tea, baby. That's what we're here for. I think that's the only parts of flesh that are still on him. Is his arm and his foot. Tiny bit of Retributor, because he is wearing a ring on the hand I just painted. So, can I get it with this? We did it. We got the ring. Is it tomato? Is it potato? Is it a beet? When the hell did we order beets? Why do we have beets? I gave somebody an onion because there was about this much grown off the top of it. I was like, here, go plant this. Did I open Scrag yet? I did. Not sure if this is dry brushing, if it is, but that's what I'm trying. Paperboy again. This song is funky as shit. Oh god, no! I had somebody slip and drop, like, probably 2 or 3 gallons of hot minestrone on themselves. Actually, I think too, even just having the floppy disk be the red key, the floppy for Doom was red, so shit, maybe I should find the tiniest little 4 pixels of Doom and just put it on that monitor instead of solitaire. Okay. Oh no. My one old boss was a piece of shit, and I'm glad that he died. I don't say that about a lot of people, but we would stay open full hours on Christmas Eve. Now, I'm not from where I'm living, uh, so when it came Christmas time, I would typically drive home, see my family. So I had to work Christmas Eve till 11 p.m. We didn't have a single fucking person, but we couldn't close early, and then at 10 o'clock I decided, alright, I'm gonna start closing down the line. Got everything packed up, put it in the back cooler, and then at 10:30, like, 8 people show up, and I have to pull everything back out, and I'm carrying it in a bus tub, and my wrist hits a doorway, and I flip forward and, like, spill half of everything on the floor, and I went, son of a bitch. Long story short, I got back to my dad's house for Christmas at about 4:30 in the morning. One year, working somewhere, there was a blizzard coming. Roads were already in bad condition. This is a different job now at this point. And they finally said, alright, we can shut it down. Nobody's coming in. As we're getting everything put away, the last thing to go in is a Hotwell pot of nacho cheese. And motherfucker drops it in front of the cooler. Nacho cheese everywhere. And I just look at him like, you son of a bitch. So that took like another 40 minutes, or 20, 25 minutes to clean up, of just snow just pelting down. And I'm just like... I need an absolute hyper detail brush. So there's a SATA cable going from his tummy to the monitor. And I want to do it in yellow, red, and white for the AV cords. I get away with murder at my current job, but like we don't have any real benefits at the moment. But I'm the guy. I make the menu, and we do a new menu every 3 months. So it's me and my other started guy, who we both agreed that out of the operation, I'm 80% of the brains of it, and he's 80% of the body. If I be like, here's what we're going to do, here's how we're going to do it, he will figure that out and do it every single time in a very good manner. And like, another friend of mine started working there recently. He listens, which is more than I can say for our 4th guy, who I just keep waiting for him to get fired. It's not my choice. As far as Manipulus goes, found another little thing that needs some AdMech. I don't do as many cooking streams as I used to. I'd like to do more. I just need prep time for that. Like, if you go back in my VODs, there's like an hour video of me just cutting down 20 pounds per bite. To be fair, in the middle of that, I got disrupted, and we were talking about an upcoming event. Honestly, the Slanesh on his arm does look really good for like old rotting flesh. I'd want to figure out what color I can do that for like sores. The last thing I'm gonna do, this is gonna be the last bit, and then we're probably gonna call it for now because this has been 3 hours painting Manipulus as of that second. I'm gonna take his little ring I made there. I need to be as zoomed in and focused here as I can. So now he's got a gold ring with a sapphire in it. Hell yeah. I'm getting good at this. Not really, but I'm getting better at it, and that's what I like. Actual, factual progress. Plus, since everything is primered in lead belcher, even if I miss pieces, it's tech. It should be that color anyway, it's just not shiny tech. I'm fine with that. The place I'm working at now, we opened in July. So we are at our 6-month anniversary right now, and we're still trying to work out as many kinks as possible. There has been 5 cooks overall, and 1 has been fired. But I can't get rid of the other one, even though we all want it. Anytime there's something wrong with how something was prepped or how something is presented, it's always him. We don't even have to ask each other anymore. We just know that he fucked something up. I was trying to show him yesterday, 2 days ago, wherever it was, how to fold a salami flower. You know, take a circle, cut it from the center to the outside, pinch, and pull. And he could not figure that out for the life of him. Like, I'm showing him, like, grab this piece with that finger, that piece with that finger, and then just fucking pull. It's like, I can't figure that out. You guys can do that. You have the time to do that, but I don't, so I'm just gonna do it my way. I'm like, that's not how we do things, man. You have to do it this way because people are expecting the same thing every time. Yeah, this guy he's like, I know where you can get a ServSafe certification for $40. Just tell the guy. I'm like, that's not good. Come on, paint, pop open. I'm seeing bits and pieces. Here's the problem I have when you listen to enough just, hey Spotify, just go wherever you want with classical remixes of retro games, is you get a lot of aquatic ambience. I.e. this song. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, this is one of the best songs in gaming, but I want different. Alright. With that last little bit of touch-up right there. Nice. 2 jobs ago, they were like, we need more people with ServSafe. I'm like, well, I've taken it before, so you guys will pay for it, right? And they're like, yeah, of course. So I got the manager level one, which is about $150. And they're like, yay, awesome, this is great, woo! And then like 2 months later, I left. And I was planning to leave as I was getting it from them because I was tired of that job. But hey, if somebody else will pay for my certifications, I'm here for it. Okay. Well, as I said, with that, I think outside, barring absolute minor extra details and the weapons, but I haven't done weapons for anybody yet, I'm going to say that Manipulus is finished. We spent about 20 minutes putting the lines on the on the Taraxes. How does this thing go back just for safety keeping. There we go. It's like rebuilding an Ethernet. Dirt and fake grass, I'm gonna wait until I get the Necron pieces, because I want to put them in it, and I'm not doing fake grass, I'm doing fake snow. So, like, I can plan it out, because, like, I got a lot of base here. So maybe put snow here and then kind of pile it up, have a little divot there, put a little puddle, find some resin and just like gloss it over so it's like a little ice patch. But for the sulfur hounds, that's definitely just gonna be like snow and then some Necron heads down at the bottom. For the Taraxi, because they're gonna be flyboys. If I can get them to balance right, I'm going to have to glue them in because they just kind of fall forward. I want to put the top of like a dead oak tree or something from like a hobby store, like a train store or something. So it looks like they're really high up in the air. Because I do have a few kit bash pieces that are mostly guns, these guys have the flamethrowers, essentially. I was going to cut off the tip of the flamethrower, if I can get it to focus on it. Here, let's zoom in because we're going to look at manipulation signal. So zoom in. So one of my ideas is work like this. So one of my kit bash ideas is, come on, focus on the guy. Cutting off the tip of the flamethrower and replacing it with one of the sulfur hound heads, because they have that same grading. Then you just have a sulfur gun on a stick. I think that'd be really cool. But alright, let's take a look at scanned. Oh, good focus for a second there. And I think that Slanesh gray there on the arm is doing a lot of work. Alright, let me do this. Properties. Configure video. Are we actually zoomed in on him? Is he good? Stop autofocusing. His little diabetic foot hanging down there too. Where's my brush? That nice little diabetic foot hanging there. Still Slanesh gray. The gold on there. I need better lighting. That's what I need. Painting these coils that are on him in the AdMech blue contrast to give it a nice Tesla coil feel to it. The Amblic is the dark blue on the top with the AdMech on the bottom, and then in the curve stem to make it look like it's been used a bunch, and the top has been stained with whatever liquid's inside there. The bronzing of the Omnissiah sigil, and all the bits and pieces down the back. Like I said, as far as my hero characters go, they're going to have more gold on them than the base units. Like, for example, the Skitarii here only really have gold accents on the helmets. That is it. Everything else is Runefang and Leadbelcher and Balthazar gold. But him, he's got his pinchers are all gold, the feet are gold, his little side head gun, the back of the TV before it turns into wood paneling, half the Amblic, the Omniscient staff. I like that a lot. So next, now that he's done, actually, that's my entire combat patrol is now finished. Um, so again, marching out the boys. God, they're so fucking wide. We may be planning on coming up in 2 weeks, potentially. Depends, because I'm supposed to have every Monday, Tuesday off, but I have to work tomorrow, which kind of threw me for a loop. But as for now, there's the boys. The whole combat patrol is finally done. We can now start working on our secondary models. I gotta finish the weapons. That's, again, bits and pieces. I have to get Manipulus's weapons to actually magnetize to him properly, because the magnet on this gun keeps coming off. I think next week, so 16th, 17th, I'll have to ask her. But also, this gun's really cool. I don't want to not use it. Okay, so after weapons, well, weapons are going to be the last thing that I'm going to do across the board. So after Manipulus, next is the Engine Seer. Which, again, there we go. That's the light I want. Can't get back here. Now you can see the fucking detail. We figured it out, kids. We figured it out. Oh, that looks really good. Because now you can actually see the little bits of detail I put in there. So, like, there's his red Doom disc. If you look at his face, the one eye on this side is still human, so I kind of gave it a bluish tint, whereas the other one is more robotic. Gave it that red dot as well. Plus, in there too, it's hard to see with this light even, he's got the gold faceplate down the nose, bridge of the nose and across his cheekbones. Then if you look right there on his hand, you can kind of see that little gold ring that I put a sapphire on. Oh, paint on my fingers. Alright, we figured out how to use lights. The next is going to be Engine Seer. So this will probably be Wednesday, I think. Because I'm off Wednesday. So that might be when we get around to painting this guy. He shouldn't take as long as Manipulus. Manipulus has a lot of bits and pieces to him. Engine Seer seems very light comparatively. But we're going to use some of that Mephiston red to stain up that axe a little bit. We're going to make that. It will still be the Retributor gold, like Manipulus' staff, but he uses it. So it's going to be tarnished as best as I can. And all that. Plus I got a little server skull to deal with. After he's painted, we're going to go back to build streams, because we got to build the Iron Strider and the Cataphrons. So hopefully by then, I will have some proper glue. Now, and we can really get cooking. So, with that, everybody, focus again so you can actually see me. Focus. There we go. 6 messages from okay. Yeah. So can you see them? Right here at the edge of the boat are my Stormcast Eternals. I just moved them up there. It's hard to see them. Alright, thanks everybody for hanging out. You are the best. I like that for some reason now suddenly painting has become my big Twitch draw. I've been trying to find it, but one day I'll go back to finishing the Halo series. That's on my list. Okay, that was fun. I'm going to go find something to eat and probably play with this puppy. There she goes. Come here. Come here. That's the wrong way. There you go. Come here. Dad, my boy. Get boy. Alright. I don't have a way to end this, so just look at the puppy.